Meanwhile, ballots are set to go out to voters statewide next week, and it's for an election that involves something we have never seen before.
A slate of candidates is questioning whether elections themselves can be trusted. Team 12's Joe Dana looks at how that's causing a split in the Republican Party.
A small groundswell of conservatives around the state are bucking the party and warning against the Maga movement. The question is, how many of their fellow Republicans feel the same way?
How many MAGA Republicans do we have out there?
They are a group of voters that could alter Arizona's destiny this November. What does being a MAGA Republican mean to you?
Being an American, standing up for the principles of our Constitution.
I personally believe that the MAGA movement is the last shot of our freedom in the United States.
They support candidates in this state who have all gone on record to claim the 2020 presidential election was stolen or rigged.
More than half of this country voted for President Donald Trump.
Carrie Lake, the current leader of the Republican slate of GOP candidates, made denying the 2020 election results the centerpiece of her candidacy before the August primary.
The whole election system was so corrupt. We want people to be arrested, prosecuted, and thrown in jail.
It's easy to find supporters attending her rallies who are also convinced. Raise your hand if you feel the 2020 election was quote-unquote stolen. For the record, 4 federal agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security, along with judges involved in 63 court cases, and bipartisan secretaries of state in all 50 states, have shot down the conspiracies and concluded the 2020 elections were accurate and secure.
The election was not stolen by fraud.
More recently, the January 6th hearings have featured testimonies like this.
The major allegations are not supported by the evidence developed.
Donald Trump attempted a coup.
Robert Robb is a former Goldwater Institute committee member and longtime conservative columnist.
Particularly in Arizona, a very wide swath of Republican office holders and officials were either willing to turn a blind eye to that or were openly complicit. And there's been no reckoning. There's been no, gee, that was wrong. We got carried away.
But some lifelong Republicans are speaking out and publicly opposing Carrie Lake, even endorsing Democrats. Former Maricopa County Attorney Rick Romley has been a fixture in Republican politics for decades.
This MAGA movement, this idea that elections are stolen when there's no evidence, it does concern me. I do believe that democracy is on trial today.
Joining the crowd, former Republican legislator of 10 years, Heather Carter, a recently registered independent.
In November, Arizona voters have a clear choice between sanity and extremism up and down the ticket.
Former U.S. Attorney Paul Charlton.
She does not support our republic and the right to vote.
Former Diamondbacks president Rich Dozer.
I'm going to vote for Katie Hobbs this year.
Attorney Jackie Norton, an administrator under 2 Republican governors.
I cannot support a candidate like Carrie Lake.
And outgoing Republican state representative of Buckeye, Joel John.
Concerned as an American, concerned as a Republican.
Most prominent among them, State House Speaker Rusty Bowers.
This is the Speaker's office.
The veteran Republican legislator recently told CNN the way he sees it, what's at stake are changes to state election laws. In 2022, Bowers prevented progress on several bills that would have limited voting accessibility. One bill would have given the legislature the ability to overturn the popular vote count for president.
With no guidance criteria, the legislature, after the election, could dismiss the election. And I said, welcome to fascism.
Bowers says he believes similar legislation could pass if Trump-endorsed Republican candidates take office.
It is very possible that the bill will be back. Possibility of that getting a governor's signature would just be a disaster.
In a pattern seen in other races across the country, Bowers lost the primary election to David Farnsworth in August. Farnsworth ran on Trump's conspiracy.
I believe the election was stolen.
I've asked Carrie Lake's campaign several times for an interview about the MAGA movement. The campaign has not responded over the last 2 weeks. State GOP Chair Kelly Ward also did not respond to requests for an interview. Some of the big names endorsing Carrie Lake do include Governor Doug Ducey, former Suns owner Jerry Colangelo, and the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association. Joe Dana, 12 News.